Hey, gang, it's Dave Trojanowski with Community Lendings, Loans, Laughs, and Listings. I'm here with not my usual partner, Deanna Rivera. I don't know if she hit the power bar or what, but I'm here with Isabel Sosa.
Hey guys,
And
Deanna left
Isabel
us
has
today.
one of her agents with her as well.
Yeah, we have Reina Pacheco with Starlink. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for asking.
Great. So, Dave, what do you have for us today about the market?
So, one of the things that we've talked about in the past, and Ray and I talked about this a little bit before we started, but think back to 2 or 3 years ago. And I think you had said you had been in the business for about 12 years, right, Raina?
Correct.
Yeah. So think back to 2 or 3 years ago when we wouldn't even have time to do these podcasts. Our phone would be ringing off the hook. It was cash buyers, 10% over asking price, sight unseen, no inspection, waiving appraisals. If you had a finance buyer, it was a horrible time because you were telling people, hey, it's great that you're pre approved. You're still not buying the house because you're going to get beat out. And we saw that huge price increase. We're starting to see prices come back down. The question everybody asks is now really a good time to buy in Lee County? And the spoiler alert, the answer is yes. Um,
Correct.
with prices coming down, interest rates on their way down, it's a great time to reinvest in those buyers from 2 or 3 years ago, offer them the flex credit solution that we have. What are you seeing out there, Raina? Kind of the same thing?
Most definitely, yes. I'm seeing a lot of obviously we all know it's a buyer's market and just, sellers are giving them a lot more incentives. Prices are dropping. Just it's definitely a buyer's market.
Yeah, I pulled up a few statistics from our MLS, and literally 2021 to 2022, prices increased over 50%. And that was during that cash boom. Everybody was just coming in. And it was a lot of, and I grew up in Baltimore, it was a lot of the New York, Massachusetts. It was the money from the mid Atlantic coming down saying, I want to live with palm trees and sunshine. COVID had a lot to do with it. So, that was always our running line is if you want to work from your office, do you want to look at skyscrapers and smog or do you want to look at palm trees and water? Right? Or
Correct.
water, as they say it down here. My
Water.
my mid Atlantic accent. Um, and it's funny. So one of the funny stories I have from back in my days as an agent is, we had a guy from New York. He bought a property sight unseen, no inspection, no contingencies,
Oh,
no
wow.
appraisal. We videotaped everything for him, and it was a 5 acre piece of property. Well, the very back part of the property held water. And he was like, well, I didn't know anything about it. I'm like, I'm not really sure what you want us to do when you waived all your contingencies. I jokingly refer to it as Veruca Salt times. I want it and I want it now. And I don't care what it costs or what I have to do to get it.
Oh, even those inspections are got a little price to pay with that one.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's all kinds of stories, and maybe that would be a podcast one day. It's just the horror stories of the inspection period. Um, what makes now such a great time for those finance buyers to purchase? There's less competition. Right now, I'm sure you're seeing seller flexibility, concessions
For
on
sure.
closing costs. Yeah, I
Yes.
mean, right now with some of the programs out there, we're putting people in homes from the lending side with no money out of their pocket between the DPA programs, sellers paying for closing costs. It's insane. You can buy a house for less than you can buy a sub at Publix for. It's nuts. The equity growth in Florida. So, we talked about how the prices skyrocketed. We're down 4.5% in the past year, but we're still up 45, 50% over the last 5 years. So there's definitely still money to be had. And then the flex credit advantage is truly a game changer. I know, Isabel, you're doing a lot of work with that. And
Yes.
that's kind of how you connected with Raina. So, that flex credit program is a great way for it covers interest rate buy downs. It can cover closing costs, portions of your closing costs up to 1%. It can even cover some of the buyer side compensation. So if you have that listing that's not offering buyer side compensation, they can use that as a tool as well. So it's a great thing to attach to your listing, which is what Rain has done. Speaking of your listing, Raina, I'm going to flip one over here to our buyer flex credit feature, but tell us a little bit about the listing that you have right now.
Sure. The current listing I have is just about under 1,800 square feet. It's 4 bedrooms, 2 bath. It's on a freshwater canal with all
Nice.
assessments paid, and saltwater pool, heated as well. You have 11 4-foot tall ceilings, 9 feet ceilings in the bedrooms. It's just a very cozy, very just very nice flow to the home. As soon as you walk in, from the outside, you really can't see it, but as soon as you open that door, it's just a wow factor.
Oh yeah.
And it still smells brand new. This home is 2023, and very well. It looks like a model home.
It does. I
Um,
love the colors.
yes,
Yes.
they did a
Yes.
great job with the color schemes, and throughout the home. It's just very nice vibes in
Yeah.
there.
I can attest to that because I actually went and seen the home myself
Yes.
and I fell in love with it and I wanted it for myself. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
Well,
Yes.
listen, I can get that done for you for less than a sub.
So, what are some features that buyers love most about this property?
What buyers love most about the property is the space, the
Yes.
layout,
Yes.
just the way the layout is done. And when I show them the sliding doors that open all the way out,
Oh yeah.
it's just like wow. I could see it. Especially now when we're getting out towards the fall, you
Perfect
open up.
time.
Oh yes,
Perfect
and
time to just open it up.
yes, and just sit down and sip your coffee.
Mhm.
It's very relaxing, very soothing. So definitely, that's one of the features that they do like. Obviously, they like the flow as well. They love the decor. You know, smells brand new.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
It does.
and actually, these sellers are um giving now up to $20,000 towards their closing costs, or however they want to use it. So
Mhm.
Okay, awesome. Can you tell us a little bit about the neighborhood? What kind of lifestyle does this area offer?
sure, of course. So this is in the Southwest where the assessments are paid, and it's very central. It's 2 minutes to Veterans Parkway. You have all the commercials on Santa Barbara.
Mhm.
You have the Plaza. You have the Lowe's. You have Target. You have First Watch that just recently opened not too long
Mhm.
ago. You have the schools, that are very close. You have Cape Coral High School.
Yes.
So any family that's looking to relocate, this is perfect. This is a perfect opportunity to do so,
Eh,
especially with the incentives.
Yes, and that's what I was going to ask you. If you had to describe the perfect buyer for this home, who would it be?
The perfect buyer would obviously want to be
Other than
probably
Isabel.
um
Me. I
yes.
want it.
So the perfect buyer would obviously like the freshwater canal, you know, um, you can go out there kayaking, just someone that wants to be on the water but not necessarily on the Gulf, but still have that
The
like
access.
the access
Yeah.
without the cost. So family, any families that are looking to come down. The home is currently being rented out to friends and family. But I've looked at the Airbnbs around the area. There is a couple of homes there, so it's definitely can be Airbnb for any Airbnb investors. And what I'm seeing, they're going around maybe $5,000 to $6,000 a month. So
Okay.
it's
So
really
an
nice.
investor can offset their mortgage cost.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
The and
So,
with being in freshwater, sorry to interrupt you, Isabel, but being
no, you're fine.
freshwater, flood insurance is probably fairly inexpensive or not even required, right?
Correct. The current sellers do have flood insurance, and it's approximately $600 a year.
Oh,
So, and it's can be
transferable.
transferable to the new buyers. Mhm.
So Florida
Perfect.
living at its best, you get to have your coffee and a beer, looking at the water, and then you just need a friend with a boat to go out to the Gulf.
Correct.
Yes, Dave. So, why is now a great time for someone to make an offer on this property?
Now is a great time to buy this home because the sellers actually just reduced the price. It was at 549. Now we're at 525, and they're giving a $20,000 seller's concession. So it
Yeah.
doesn't get any better than that.
Yes.
to have assessments paid, have location, I think it has everything that anybody would want.
Yes.
And everything's
Perfect.
less than
I
2
love
years
that.
old.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. And a lot of buyers don't realize we have programs that make homes like this even more affordable. Like Dave was talking about our Buyer Flex program. Could be applied additional closing costs, 1 buy down, buyer's commission. So if things like this are holding back from you purchasing a home, like upfront costs, this program can make all the difference in getting into this home.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Rena, for sharing this gorgeous listing with us.
Thank you for having me.
So if somebody wanted to schedule a private showing, how can they contact you?
Sure. They're going to contact Reina Pacheco at my number 239-994-3847. And that's again Reina Pacheco with Starlink Realty, 239-994-3847.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Raina. And then, so just to wrap things up, quick takeaway: if you're a buyer that felt discouraged, in this market that was dominated by cash, just know that now is a window of opportunity. We are in a balanced market. It's not doom and gloom like you're seeing in the media, which it never is. We can do a whole nother podcast on the way the media depicts things. But there's definitely opportunities out there. Reina's property being one of them. If you want to learn more about the Flex Credit, if you're a buyer and interested in looking at homes similar to this or any other in the property, Reina is an incredible agent. You can reach out to her. You can reach out to myself or Isabel at Community Lending. Isabel, give them your number. I'm going on vacation starting tomorrow, so I'm not answering the phone this weekend.
My number is 239-910-9012.
All right. And then if anybody tracks Deanna down on her yacht in the Caribbean, with
She's
her
on
winnings,
DNC.
yeah, right. Raina, thanks again for coming in. Isabel, thanks for filling in. It's been a pleasure. It's been great, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.